Hello, and welcome to this Michlix video where I'm going to show you how to defeat the boss called Magma Worm in Gale Tunnel in Elden Ring. As you probably know, bosses in Elden Ring are divided into 3 tiers. From lowest to highest, field bosses, greater enemy bosses and finally demigods and legends. Magma Worm is in the middle tier, greater enemy bosses, and is the main boss of the Gale Tunnel dungeon in the western part of Caelid. Like most lesser bosses in the game, this one is optional in the sense that you do not need to kill it in order to advance the main story. This boss resembles a very large lizard or perhaps a very small dragon. Considering that it drops a dragon heart when it dies, I think it's safe to assume that it is in fact a small dragon. This is also evidenced by the fact that it sure liked to spew fiery magma in my general direction whenever it got a chance to do so. In addition to spewing fire, the boss will also swing its sword around wildly and sometimes even use its entire body to slam people unfortunate enough to be standing within body slamming range of it. And considering the length of the thing, body slamming range is further than you might think. Having had much success with using the services of my best friend Banished Knight Angbul to defeat another boss of the same type recently, I decided to call him in for this one as well. But this one must be a higher level version, because it didn't feel nearly as easy as the last one and it even managed to kill both Angbul and me a couple of times. That was a real setback. Just as we were about to start a rumor of us being the real dynamic duo of the lands between, we were slain by an overgrown lizard in a cave like a couple of chumps. In the end, what I found worked best for me was to let Angbul melee the boss, while I would stay relatively out of harm's way and chip away at its health with my shortbow. This made it painfully clear that I have neglected upgrading that weapon for a while, so I foresee a smithing stone farming session in my near future. Fortunately, Gale Tunnel is a decent place to do that, so I might run through it a few more times. Even at range, the boss would still swing at me with its sword and spew magma at me, but at least I was out of range of the dreaded body slam and it was overall much easier to see what was going on, as is often the case with these really large bosses that can sometimes make the camera feel like an enemy too when in melee range. Angbul was obviously still in body slamming range, but that guy lives inside heavy armor and he gets paid to take the hits for the main character, so getting stuck between a huge lizard and a hard place is just part of his job. Just kidding, of course I don't pay him. Anyway, this is the end of this Magma Worm video. Thanks for watching. Check out the channel or Michlix.com for more videos. Until next time, have fun and happy gaming.